weekend, we have a lot of exciting games. Absolutely cracker and banger of football games. The AFCON semi-quarterfinal between Nigeria and Algeria and Egypt Cote d'Ivoire. And we've seen exciting one yesterday. There are a lot of exciting football games. I watched the Dortmund game yesterday, it was exciting. And there's big ones, actually bigger games this weekend, from the Italian Serie A to the German Bundesliga to the Carling Cup, FA Cup, which were supposed to take place this weekend. But the mighty one, the game of all games, the game that make the world stand still, the game that nobody should afford to miss, El Clásico, Supercopa final, Madrid versus Barcelona. I heard that there is a certain man in town. I heard that there is a certain player who has had good record against Barcelona, who have scored a lot of goals against Barcelona. He's back in town. So Real Madrid actually needed Kylian Mbappe to be present in this game. The problem is if he's going to play or not. Is Kylian Mbappe going to risk his knee for just a Spanish Supercopa game that might be a very huge risk to their upcoming games in the league? Imagine Kylian Mbappe was playing, is going to play tomorrow and got injured again. It's a huge setback, because you know that Real Madrid without Kylian Mbappe is 50 or 40% dangerous than what they normally are, because half of the goals of Real Madrid is being scored by Kylian Mbappe. But it's a big one tomorrow, a big one. I'm so excited for this. I have been waiting for this game for a long time. After that loss against Real Madrid in Bernabeu, not just the loss, the way Barcelona were treated, the way we were treated, the way they treated Lamine Yamal, the way they attacked him after the game, the way it all burst up, that they were making mockery of Barcelona, knowing fully well that Barcelona have defeated them 5 times last season, and still they were not even any outcome of bully for the Barcelona players. But Madrid took it upon themselves that the last game they played against Barcelona, they won. Even they won, they could have ended 2-2. Yeah, they were superior in that game because Barcelona were not in form. Barcelona had 4 to 5 starters injured, but they won the game 2-1. They took it upon themselves that, okay, we won here, let's take the advantage. Let's attack Lamine Yamal for him saying that Madrid steals and they complain. A lot of crazy things happened. Spanish teammates like Dani Carvajal, who is a legend, who should have been able to stop all this kind of madness, was the one that even started the flare, started the fire that ended up in that historical fight between Vinicius and all the Madrid players. They were all attacking Lamine Yamal. But you know what? This Sunday we have a lot of things to talk about. This Sunday we have a huge score to settle. This Sunday we have a very complete Barcelona. A Barcelona in top form. Remember when Barcelona lost against Real Madrid? After that game, Barcelona went on in a run in La Liga. Barcelona never lost in Spain. Yes, they lost against Chelsea, but that was the only loss. They lost. And that since then, against Madrid, they've been winning all the whole game up to today. And it seems like every new year, Barcelona get this rest. They get this hunger to start pushing for the season. And this trophy, although as little as it is, it doesn't even clarify or judge your whole season. This is just a trophy, one of the least trophy you should win. But why it is very important is if you win this trophy, it gives you more confidence to go into the second half of the season, which is the most vital and important part of every club's season. Now we are having a very, very huge game, El Clásico, which for me is the biggest football game in the history of the game. And Real Madrid and Barcelona, even at the moment, Barcelona are favorites, but it's El Clásico. History have told us that favorites don't win El Clásico. It's who really wants it more that win El Clásico. Real Madrid, like I said, have faced Barcelona 5 times last season and they lost all of them. So coming into this season, they had to make redemption. They won Barcelona in Bernabeu, and now they want to beat Barcelona in the final, which I think it's going to be a huge mountain to climb. And Barcelona, on the other hand, is coming for revenge. It's coming for the blood. It's coming for everything. They want to show that we are better than Real Madrid. And if you look at this stage, at this certain time, Barcelona at the moment are in big form than Real Madrid. But are they going to win it? That's the big question. Is Barcelona going to win it? And if Barcelona going to win, how dominant should they be? I think Barcelona should just have to do what they're doing. Barcelona should just do what they normally do. I press, because this Madrid defense are shambles, and we don't know what kind of Madrid defense we're going to see. Militao injured, Rudiger came out injured, Asensio came out injured. All you're seeing is just coming back from an injury. We don't know if he's going to start. So you have Carreras and all these players that they just have to patch. And you have Tchouaméni who has to play out of position to make sure that he cover up for the back. And that is the problem. That is the huge problem here. Madrid are not very complete. So you're going into that final with half of your players 50% unfit. It gives a lot of huge advantage to Barcelona, who is coming to that game with everybody, apart from Christensen, who has not participated in the most of the games in Barcelona. You're coming into a game where everybody is fit, everybody is hungry to catch Real Madrid. Everybody are so hyped for this game, and we all know that's El Clásico. And when El Clásico comes, Barcelona players are like, it's like they wake up from the dead. And recent history, Barcelona have dominated Real Madrid, and that is why this final is going to be exciting, very, very exciting. As a Barcelona fan, I'm really excited for this game. Like, absolutely, it has to come down to this. When you talk about revenge, when you talk about the El Clásico, when you talk about game that you've had in mind since that last year when Real Madrid beat us 2-1, the way every player has reacted to Lamine Yamal, the way the players fight against Lamine Yamal, tomorrow is the day. So let's look at the lineup. I think Barcelona will go with Joan Garcia as normal, Koundé and the right back, Eric Garcia and Kubasi will be at the centre back, then Balde at the left back. In the midfield is a very interesting one. I think they will still go with Frenkie de Jong, Pedri and Fermin Lopez. Maybe Dani Olmo will come into the start. I'm not surprised, but I think they will go with Fermin Lopez. Then forward it has to be Rafinha, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. I'm putting Lewandowski because Ferran Torres is not very, very promising when it comes to these big games. There were many times he could have had a trick against Athletic Bilbao, but his control, the way he loses goals is just incredible. So we don't know what kind of Ferran Torres we're going to see. So I really would like to start Lewandowski in this game. I think Lewandowski, with his experience, with his box presence and the killer instinct he has, this is what we need. And we need to go after Madrid from the first minute. The first minute we need to go after Madrid. We need to attack them. And if Barcelona be able to score the first goal, you know that game is done. Yes, Mbappe is back. Mbappe is coming back, and we don't know if Mbappe is fit to play. According to what I heard, or what we hear, that Mbappe might start, or Mbappe might play the last 30 minutes. What if Mbappe plays the last 30 minutes, and by then Barcelona has been leading like 4-0? Are you still going to risk it? So I think if Mbappe is coming into this game, I think he's going to start, because knowing fully well that at least let him start knowing that Barcelona has been leading 4-0 or 5-0 or whatever, which I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. Don't quote me wrong here. I think it's going to be an exciting game, and we'll be looking forward to this, because I really, after that game against Madrid, I really want Barcelona to play them again. I was so happy. You will never see any Barcelona fan happy to see Madrid win. But that day they played against Atletico Madrid, I was really rooting for Madrid to win. I wanted to watch this final. I really want to watch this final, and you will see. And from what we've heard from the news and inside Barcelona camp, the players are excited to play Real Madrid. The players really wanted Madrid to win so that they could face them in the final once again. Guys, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know your prediction. For me, I think Barcelona will beat Real Madrid 4-1. I don't know if that is going to happen, but I think Barcelona will convincingly beat Real Madrid. This game is not heading to penalty shootouts. This game is heading to 90 minutes. And as a Barcelona fan, I know I don't want to be biased. Mbappe has had a good record against Barcelona, but this game, I don't see him doing anything in this game. Knowing fully well that he's just coming back from injury. Coming back from injury and playing a high-level, intensive game like this is going to be a huge risk for him. So I see Barcelona winning this game 4-1. Let me know your own prediction. Let me know how you think this game is going to end. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.